Есть!
Второго дорабатывай.
Принял! Побежал!
Вали отсюда!
Ухожу!
Блиндаж! Птичка сверху, дальше беги!
Ты ему не нравишься?
Не нравится? Да я прям не музыка.
Zaporizhzhia direction. The movement of soldiers in the trenches was detected. Then the Russian FPV drone was activated and flew directly into the trench. When it reached their hiding place in the trench, the FPV drone exploded.
Ты шо нахуй?
The soldiers realized they had been spotted and went to the bunker at the other end of the trench, but the Russian drones continued to follow them. Another drone came to the other bunker where they were hiding, and that's what happened. The video shows the abandonment of the American-made International Max Pro south of the settlement of Bogatyr. As far as I can see in the video, there is no damage to the armored vehicle, so it doesn't look like it was abandoned as a result of an attack. Again, as we see in every video, the door of the abandoned armored vehicle was open. The fiber-optic drone, Prince Vandal of Novgorod, entered the armored vehicle and destroyed it. The 152mm Hyacinth B cannon of the Dnieper troops destroyed a Ukrainian armed forces cannon in the Kherson region with an accurate hit.
Выстрел!
Пошел.
Near Chasev Yar, Strela 10 is working on air targets. It hit the target with a direct hit and destroyed it in the air.
Yes!
In the same direction, another American armored vehicle, International Max Pro of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, was destroyed by a fiber-optic drone attack. This time, the armored vehicle was abandoned with the door left open. When vehicles are abandoned, one of the doors is always left open. Why do you think this could be? A T-72 tank sent for repairs was destroyed by an attack by Russian drone operators in the Seversk direction. The tank was well camouflaged, but all efforts were in vain in the face of the drone attack. It is almost impossible to hide anything from drones in the open.
Don't forget to leave your opinion about the video in the comments, subscribe, and like.
The Bradley armored fighting vehicle was immobilized as a result of heavy impacts. The crew of the armored vehicle, consisting of 7 to 8 people, took shelter in a safe place to plan and protect themselves from further attacks. But drones were following them step by step. Their location was reported to Russian forces. Then a Russian soldier fired an anti-tank mine into the bunker. The anti-tank mine exploded strongly. The same soldier threw another mine. Ukrainian forces insisted on staying in the bunker. 5 Russian soldiers with rifles opened fire on the bunker. The soldiers inside the bunker insisted on not surrendering. Finally, another anti-tank mine was thrown, and the Russian soldiers entered the bunker and completed their mission. In the meantime, you can use YouTube Super Thank You to support us and our content. We need it to continue with our videos. 2 soldiers of the Russian armed forces first fired 2 shots from a grenade launcher at the house where the soldiers of the armed forces of Ukraine were staying. Then the 2 soldiers slowly approached the house to engage in a close-range firefight. Meanwhile, Russian drone operators are monitoring the whole situation from the air and informing the infantry on the ground. They inform the Russian soldiers about the movements of the Ukrainian soldiers and what they are doing. The simultaneous coordination of the troops is really important for the success of the operations. An anti-tank unit of the Dnipro airborne troops destroyed a Ukrainian armed forces signal repeater on a submerged naval transport ship near Kinburn Spit.
Это видно даже отсюда. Камера, не знаю, передаст, нет. Выстрел!
Russian paratroopers destroyed the position of the armed forces of Ukraine in the border area of the Kursk region.
Выстрел!
Near the village of Katarinovka, UAV operators of the Southern Group discovered a bunker with soldiers of the Ukrainian armed forces. Then, several Russian attack drones arrived and destroyed the bunker. The AFU soldiers refused to surrender and returned fire, and that's what happened in the end. Footage of the offensive in Myropilya. Ukrainian armed forces have recently been concentrating their forces to attack Russian forces in Guevo. The Ukrainian armed forces are trying to control the Russian supply route through Giria. From there, the Ukrainian command was also transferring forces to enter the Belgorod region. However, the Russian Grad MLRS troops disrupted all plans, and as a result of their shelling, all plans were thwarted. abandoned munitions of NATO countries in settlements in the Kursk region.
Пробуем хотя бы, чё?
Powerful images from the liberated Kursk lands. They tried to break the Orthodox cross but failed. On Russian soil, Russian fighters first erected the bent cross and blessed their homeland. Pokrovsk direction. Near Novosergeyevka, a Russian fiber optic drone hit an American M113 APC. The armored vehicle lost its course as a result of a blow to the rear. FPV drone crews of the 200th Independent Guard Motorized Rifle Brigade detected and destroyed a camouflaged 122mm 2S1 Gvozdika self-propelled vehicle of the Ukrainian armed forces. Zaporizhzhia Front. The village is in ruins. The Russian Defense Ministry reported that Dnepr troops liberated the village of Malye Shcherbaki in Zaporizhzhia region as a result of active and decisive actions. As a result of the precise coordinates provided by the operators of FPV drones to artillery units, Grad MLRS units, tank units, the targets were hit precisely and the village was liberated. Ukrainian soldiers surrendered in the face of calls from Russian soldiers to surrender. Surrounded on all sides, the soldiers made the sensible decision to lay down their arms and surrender. At the insistence of their commanders, they surrendered to Russian forces. Zaporizhzhia direction. The T-72M1 tank of the Ukrainian armed forces was destroyed as a result of FPV drone strikes of the Russian armed forces.
Footage of the aerial battle between Mavic of the Russian Armed Forces and Baba Yaga of the AFU. This footage shows drones fighting in the air. Drones are used everywhere on the battlefield. Attack, reconnaissance, assistance, distribution of supplies and ammunition, and much more. A fight between a Russian drone and a Ukrainian drone. UAV operators of the 5th Guards Brigade of the 36th Army of Group Vostok reportedly hit a position where the repeater antenna was deployed. In the Kursk border region, 3 cars were reduced to scrap metal as a result of precision strikes by FPV drone operators. These vehicles performed their last mission before the attack, because Russian drones destroyed them. Having completed their mission, these vehicles were parked and camouflaged, but they still could not escape the eyes of the Russian reconnaissance drone operators. The drones approached slowly. They took aim and attacked.
South Donetsk direction. UAV operators of the 29th Army of the Vostok Group hit a house that the infantry decided to use as a shelter. Russian FPV drone destroys temporary deployment point with one hit.
A Russian fighter throws a Molotov cocktail into the basement where soldiers are stationed. In this video from Kurakovsky direction, 2 Leopard 1 A5 German main battle tanks were destroyed by FPV drones with precision strikes. It seems that the crew of the tank abandoned the tank for another mission or for some other reason. Or they got out of the tank and dispersed to the area for close combat. Or they abandoned the tank to escape the drone attack. Which of these do you think could have happened, or what else could have happened?